So you got new gear. Woohoo! Oh yeah, awesome. But you need to pay attention to one thing before you go ahead and slap that new gear on your general. Hi, and welcome to Red Evony. I am Akayasha. You can call me Aka. So, I think it is safe to say that we all get a little bit excited when we get new gear. I know I certainly do. And in fact, I'll give you an example. I made this video a couple weeks ago about how to get safe gear from bosses. That video, for some reason, triggered some people. Not really sure why, but anyway, I digress. So, after that video, I was able to get enough safe fragments to craft the choreo bow. This is a piece that I didn't have, and I was very excited when I got it. And I'm sure most of us would be excited too when we get a new piece of safe gear that we wanted to get for a long time. So I did the normal thing. I crafted the gear, put stars on it, did the refines, everything like that. But before I went ahead and slapped it on my general, I paused for a second and was like, hang on, let me check this thing out first. And it was at that point that I got a very, I won't say not pleasant, but a very unexpected surprise. Now, I know for a fact that a lot of us fall into this category where we get a new piece of gear and we're excited. We just want to go in and slap it on the general, but we don't check what we're trading off by putting on that new gear. All right, so using my situation here, let me go ahead and break down exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, guys, want to put a quick word in for the Amazon App Store. Now, some of you might know this, but for anyone that doesn't, the App Store is officially ending all third-party services by the 20th of August this year. So, if you have Amazon coins that you have already paid for towards Evony, you need to use those before the 20th of August. Now, if you're someone that uses an Amazon device, don't worry, you will still have access to the App Store and its main features, so you can continue to do your thing on there. Aside from that, of course, there are going to be lots of Evony events running. I'm going to stay on top of that, so you guys make sure you stay on top of it too. And there's going to be a new Evony Discord opening up for us to stay connected. Link to the Discord is down in the description. That's it, guys. Remember the D-date, 20th of August. Okay. So, this is the current setup that I have for my wall general. Okay? And you can see I have the Parthian axe here. And this is the weapon I've had for a very long time. But now I want to switch it out for the choreo bow. Now, right here are the stats that I get with the Parthian axe. And then over here are the stats that I get with choreo bow. Under normal circumstances, you'd be very happy making this switch. You would think that I'm getting safe gear, okay? So I'm improving my general, I'm making my general stronger. So everybody would normally be happy with that. Now, without going into too much explanation, here are the buffs that I gain and lose by making this trade, okay? So this is the summary of everything right here. Take a good look at this. Are you excited about this? I mean, like I said, we're moving up to safe gear, okay? We should be breaking out the confetti and screaming and dancing all over the place. But this picture right here makes me a lot less enthusiastic. I mean, yes, I am happy that I am getting the increased siege and range buffs, but I'm not exactly particularly happy that I am losing the in-city ground defense buffs and also losing the debuffs that come with the Parthian axe. So for me, looking at this picture, I'm like, okay, I need to do something about this. Because unfortunately, what happens is that people make this trade-off thinking that it's an improvement, but not realizing what they've lost in the process. So it kind of ends up being like a zero-sum game, so to speak. Now, I've made this point in previous videos, but I'm going to highlight it again here. For a lot of people, yeah, they'd be perfectly happy just slapping on the safe gear on the general like that. For me, I need to do something about these buffs and debuffs that I'm losing first before I am 100% comfortable with putting the gear on my general. All right, so for the in-city ground one, what I would like to do is to get in-city ground buffs to cover up for these ones that I'm losing from somewhere else. Now, after looking around in my keep, there were 1 or 2 places that I could get the buffs from, but I decided to get them from my Spirit Beast seals, okay? There are 2 Spirit Beasts that I could get in-city ground defense from. The first one is Nandi, okay? So right here on this seal, I could get in-city ground defense, all right? And then the second one is the deer. So we have in-city ground buffs here. So what I'm going to do before I put on that safe gear is I'm going to increase these buffs, this in-city ground buffs on the 2 Spirit Beasts to make sure that I cover up for what I'm losing on the gear. Okay, I haven't done them yet, but I will do them in short time to get ready for using that gear. Okay, so that's that one. Then we have the issue of the debuffs that we have there. Okay, now unfortunately there is no easy place for me to get these debuffs from. So this one was a bit complicated. And then I thought to myself, okay, why don't I move this piece of gear to my sub-generals? So I look at my sub-generals and I'm thinking, okay, which one can I put it on? And then I have Amir Ibn Alas, okay? So I've got the Imperial Sword on this guy for enemy mounted troop HP debuff. I could switch this out and put the axe on him, and that'll be perfectly fine. I saved the debuffs that I would have been losing from there. However, I now lose the debuffs on the axe, okay, which is enemy mounted troop HP. Now, going according to the plan that I've set, I need to get this enemy troop HP back from somewhere. And fortunately, I have a good place to get this from. Again, the Spirit Beasts. These Spirit Beasts can actually be very useful when you're trying to make these kind of adjustments. So, the 2 Spirit Beasts that I'm looking at the Deer, Dunir here, okay? This one has got enemy mounted troop HP, and Otso, all right? So you can see Otso here when defending the main city, enemy mounted troop HP. Right, so I have started working on these Spirit Beasts, okay? I've gotten them red. They were not red before. Now, all I need to do is get some more Spirit Beast XP, dump them into these guys, raise those debuffs a bit higher so that they can cover what I'll be losing from replacing the sword on my sub-general. Okay, so that's how I'm going to cover that one. So that part of the plan is perfectly fine. All right. Now, that's pretty much everything. But there is one part still left out that I need to account for. And that is the set attribute on the Parthian axe. Okay, you see there I get all troop attack 12%. So I need to cover up for that 12% somehow. Fortunately, again, there's a very convenient way for me to do this. And that is with advanced refining. The stats I get on the bow are all troop attack, and all I need to do spend some time raising this up until I cover the 12% that I lose there. And you can see I've been doing this for some time now, currently at 11.5%. So by tomorrow, I should have that part cleared. And with that, I have taken care of pretty much everything that I'd be losing by making this switch. And once I've completed all of those stuff, I can confidently go ahead, slap the choreo bow on my George Dewey, and I will know that, yes, my defense, my buffs have been actually improved. That is one way that I ensure that I am constantly making progress with my buffs and debuffs and all that kind of stuff. So, next time you're switching out gear on your general, be sure to pay attention to this. It might change your perspective on how you're going about things. And you can apply this anytime you are changing gear or you are changing generals, sub-generals, or whatever. If you have any questions about this kind of stuff, please feel free to drop a comment down below. And if you want to see the video of getting Civ gear from Boss Monsters that triggered quite a few people, you can check it out right here. Hopefully it'll be insightful for you and make it easier to get those Civ gear fragments. So if you haven't seen it, be sure to check it out. That's it for me, guys. Thank you very much. Aka signing out.